Hello. Oof, it's been a minute. I have to adjust all my settings. There won't be music today. Hi, Saribot. Saribot has announced herself in the chat. Very cool. All right, let's see. There are a couple of things I need to do. I need to let my people on Blue Sky know that I'm streaming my gameplay. So let's go ahead and do that. And I also need to pull up my channel. So that I can properly monitor the chat and make sure that I mute that so we don't get feedback. And come on now. Here we go. That's more like it. Now I can see my stream manager. Yay. Hmm, that's interesting. Won't show me a preview. Oh well. That's fine. We have fairies in my OG legacy in The Sims 4. I'm playing in my Matrix legacy, and this is a legacy I started when I first began playing The Sims back in February of 2020. There we go. Now I've got to tell it where to find my game. Hajajuja. All right. There we go. What I'm currently doing, actually, is renovating the house again because we have 7 Sims and 5 bedrooms. And I like for my Sims to live abundantly, which means I like for everybody to have space. Oops, that's not what I want. There we go. This is what I want. I like for everybody to have enough space. So let's see, this bathroom then, since we have a tub and a shower, this bathroom will no longer, oh, we've got some fairy dust in there, will no longer have a window. So I'm going to put the window Actually, I can put both windows on this side. So this household lives in Inniscreen. They are part of Gen 36 on the Viola side, Viola being one of their ancestors. There are two branches of the family tree that I am tracking in this save. And this is the Viola branch and the Judas? Or Judah. The Viola branch and the Judah branch. So the Judah branch originated in Windenburg, on the island Windenburg, and the Viola branch originated um, was established in Sulani. So Viola grew up in Windenburg. But when she became a teen, Viola and Judah were siblings. And when Viola became a teen, she went to Sulani to spend some time with some of their cousins who were living there. And she found some mermatic kelp, decided to become a mermaid. So she, after that happened, she was in high school. She kept it from her family for a little while, but she decided to stay for a while, supposedly to help. One of their cousins had died, so she was there supposedly to help the remaining family members adjust, and deal with the business of taking care of what happens when you have a family member who dies. Really, though, she wanted to explore this mermaid aspect of herself, and she decided to stay there permanently. So she stayed in Sulani and she became a mermaid. She stayed in Sulani and now she has a legacy. I don't remember how many generations after her is Gen 36. Gen 36 is the number of generations overall since I first started the legacy. So these are descendants of Viola. They're from the Viola side. I did not realize that Pierre, who was the descendant of Viola, was actually marrying a fairy until on their wedding day, I happened to catch her playing in the sink in the bathroom at the wedding venue. And that's when I realized, oh my, we have a fairy in our family tree now. So, yes, she is a fairy. And yeah, and Pierre had six children. Six children. Three of them are fairies and three are not. The two oldest and the youngest are fairies. The three between them are human. So that is how we ended up with fairies in my legacy. I'm going to close my door. My partner's about to practice saxophone. Okay. We are a multi-talented household here. We play instruments. I actually play the violin. My partner plays saxophone and has been rediscovering it this weekend after having to take a long time off due to some dental issues. But now things have stabilized and they're picking their instrument up again, and I could not be happier for them. So I am certainly not going to discourage them. As a matter of fact, they were setting up to practice before I even decided to stream. So there is that. So if we were going to do the whole who gets priority thing, technically they would have priority because they were setting up to practice first. But I don't know why I decided to stream all of a sudden. And I am happy to do it, even with them practicing in the background. Now, there are no windows on this side of the house upstairs. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it the way it was. Leave that the way it was. I will, though, put this trim on this part of the house. There's an over. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah. And this is a sim, so I can move trees on an established lot if I want to. So I'm going to do that. It's further, a little bit further away from the house. And now the third oldest son. No, the eldest daughter. Okay, all the boys have their own rooms. The eldest daughter has been sharing a room and a bed with their mom. I'm going to give her this room, even though it's small. You know, this is their room, but I'm going to give her this room so that she has her own bed. And ultimately, she is the heir for this household. There's not going to be a lot of room in here, but will be enough. Okay, I can put a wardrobe, I can put this wardrobe in here, which is double wide, or a computer desk. I'm going to put the wardrobe. Put the wardrobe. And let's get a mirror. Now I know I could have given her a single bed, but I really love the beds that came with Enchanted by Nature. And after toddler, the only bed is the double bed. I don't know why they didn't include single beds in the pack, but for whatever reason, they left them out. So I've been compromising by giving everybody double beds except for the third eldest. Is he the youngest boy? He is the youngest boy. So the youngest boy is on a regular double bed downstairs. The two youngest, who are both girls, are sharing a room and a bed because I really wanted the fancy double bed. So that's what I did. And let's get one of their dogs and figure out a swatch that will work. Yeah, that might be a bit of a clash, but you know what? I don't care. I like the gold dragon, so that's what I'm going to use. There will be an ad break in about a minute, so please hang tight. And I will see you after the ad. All right, I need nightstands. because I do want her to be able to get into the bed on either side. Actually, you know what? Mm, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's just butt this right up against the wall. I know that I want her to be there and have kids, and right now, I want her to have more space. Can I fit a desk in here now? I could get a smaller wardrobe and then fit the desk in the corner. Oh, that is huge. I like the whimsical nature of the furniture, but so much of it is very clunky. So, um, oh, that's cool. I I forgot about that, CC. Wait, there is a narrower desk. So there's a small one, a tiny desk. And actually, this will probably work. I'll play test it, of course, to make sure she can actually get into the bed. We have three computers and yeah, we have three computers and seven Sims. So we really need another computer in the house anyway. I'm always using their money up. I swear for God. Except for a couple of times of blessing them with an extra 10 grand to renovate the house, make it more livable. I've been waiting until they actually have the money to renovate the house. All right, let me have her. Where is she? Oh, she's sleeping in the fairy house. Okay. Allison. No, Allison's busy. She's with a friend. You're just chatting. Come here. I want you to go there. I want to see if you can actually walk into the room. Where are you at, Elliot? Oh, that's right. I have the game paused. Unpause, please. Thank you. No. Okay, so he can get into the room. Can you get into the bed? Yes, they can have a supportive family dynamic. Okay, and he can get into bed. Okay, so Ava will be able to as well. That's a sign. This is now Ava's room. So Ava has her own room. Oh, no, no, no. Ava's the mom. I want this to be Demi's room. Demi is the eldest daughter. Ava is the mom. So let me make sure to reassign that to Ava. And of course, we are locking the computer. Welcome back from the ads. Thank you so much for your patience. You want to hang out tonight? Not so much. Lock computer for everyone but the household. I need to play in that household. God, I assume who I need to add to a protected club. I just locked that computer. Really, I did. All right, now we need to see about homework and all that jazz. Let's get rid of that. I've been having a rough few days, so I've been shamelessly cheating away bad moodlets, negative moodlets. Hey, promoted to computer programming teammate. Good job, Colette. Did y'all do your homework? I don't think you did. Let's have y'all do your homework together. Raise the homework together. She recently got promoted to a B student. Here's Colette. What's wrong? Oh, yeah, you screwed up at your after school activity. That's okay. You're still at programming level 8, regardless. Regardless. Come here, take a shower. Oh, good job, Franklin. Grab yourself something to eat. And then you can do your homework. And then Elliot, who is upstairs napping in his eldest sister's room, well, his only big sister. His other two sisters are both younger than him. Elliot, you also need to eat. A shower wouldn't kill you either. So, oh, I'm gonna have to fix the roof. I forgot that. Take a shower, something to eat, and do your homework. And let's fix the roof while I'm thinking about it. We're gonna push this back into the roof, and we'll just spread this. There. Keeping it simple. Yeah. Do I want to change? No. I was wondering if I wanted to change how I have that painted. Maybe what I'll do is take all of this. Have the upstairs be red. Yeah, I like that better. And we'll save. Curbo Dude, thank you so much for the follow. I see you followed me a few hours ago. I appreciate that. I don't intend to stream long, maybe for about an hour. I want to ease back into it. We try to do it more regularly. I'm reorganizing certain aspects of my life, and there's going to be some, looks like there may be some meaningless shit that takes over my life for a little while. So that means that I will need to spend more time doing meaningful stuff. And streaming is one of those things that I enjoy in spurts. I am a textbook introvert, so being on, interacting with people is tiring for me, but I enjoy it, at least in this space. So I want to get back into streaming on a regular basis, an hour, 2 hours, since it is something that I enjoy. You know what? I want to put a window. Oops, that's not the window I want. That one's too long. This one. Petite window. And I'm going to put it right here. Okay. Now I can go back into live mode. And let's see. All right, so we've got Elliot on his way. Quentin, you actually need to work on your logic skill, I believe. No, please don't cook anything. No. Unless, if you're gonna cook, let's do something where you don't have to like use a stove. Let's have you make a garden salad. I think we have a fresh fruit salad in there. And you do need cooking skill. And then we'll have you work on your logic skill. That's what we need. Yeah, you need to raise your logic skill. Okay. Franklin took the day off because he was on the verge of burnout. And it looks like it benefited him a great deal. Let's have you study some holistic care. I'm exploring the holistic career and playing with fairies. This is my first time actually doing either of those things. Girl, where are you? What are you doing all the way in here? When Allison is outside doing her homework. Y'all were supposed to be doing homework together. And you don't need to chat with the child. You wrote and performed routines. So Demi is at the top of the comedy career thanks to getting one of those chance cards that gave her the opportunity to do a special, and it would put her at the top of the comedy career. So she's bringing in good money, and she's only working 3 days a week. Her mom is also bringing in good money. Her mom is a silver screen icon, so she is at the top of the actress career. Oh yeah, you're supposed to be working on your fitness. I think she has like fitness level 1 or something like that. Do we have a fitness book? We have a acting level 2 book. We do not, in fact, have a fitness book. Okay, let's fix that. There we go. You can read about fitness. Demi, how about you collect all the fairy dust? I admit to being partial to my female sims. 9 times out of 10, I prefer to select a female sim as the heir. And in this case, particularly if she's the oldest, but even if she's not the oldest, I prefer female sims as the heirs. And I've been prioritizing the fairy dust going to Demi and Ava. Allison will become a fairy when she ages up to a teen, which shouldn't be too long from now, actually. I've got to check.
Denise, Simona Sarah, Rafobi,
oh yeah, Allison ages up tomorrow. Awesome. I gave them a money trash can because their money tends to get really low really fast. Okay, why are you out here talking to a stranger? Go home. We need to talk to you about stranger danger, little miss. And you need something to eat, don't you? So grab some leftovers. Elliot finished his homework. Colette is working on hers. Quentin, you are supposed to be cooking, not sitting down. You are supposed to be reading about fitness. I keep forgetting to get them a bookshelf for the living room. Other bookshelves are in bedrooms. Oh, I should get myself a popsicle. And Demi is back in the treehouse. Not the treehouse, the fairy house. You know what? I'm gonna let her sleep. I'm gonna let her sleep. Is Elliot the one who likes the outdoors? No. Elliot is the one who I want to build the wellness skill. At some point, when Demi starts her family, I'm gonna have to start moving people out. Because just like her mom had 6 kids, she might have a lot of kids too, and she's gonna need the space in the house. At least we have the bedrooms now. When they moved into this house, when when Ada and Pierre moved into this house, it was 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. And now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bedrooms and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 baths. 6 bedrooms and 4 baths. So it's much better than it was. Sure, give it to someone else. I don't care. All right, Elliot, come on out here and let's work on your wellness skill. Oh, Elliot's aging up tomorrow too. Awesome. Let's see, Allison's aging up tomorrow. Colette has a week before she ages up to young adult. Elliot's aging up to young adult tomorrow. And Quentin, Franklin have a little bit of time. Demi is aging up to an adult in 2 days. And Ava has some time before she ages up to elder. She was a lot younger than Pierre, which I didn't realize. Just like I didn't realize she was a fairy. She was a fairy. Sorry, earworm. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. Welcome to my world. You love the outdoors, so I want him to develop the, what is it, natural living type? Is it a natural living thing? Whatever it's called. Forage here. I also need to visit some of the other neighborhoods in Inniscreen. This is my first time spending any real time playing in Inniscreen. All right, little miss, it's 11 o'clock. After you finish your drawing, I want you to take a shower and go to bed. Demi, I would like for you to come in the house. So take a shower and then go to sleep. Oh, wait, nope, that's not your bed anymore. This is your bed. My left side of bed to Demi. And then you will go to sleep there. And then Ava, you're... Oh, that's right. You are now a glimmering fairy. Let's brush off fairy dust. Emotional force is very difficult to keep at a manageable level. It goes down really fast. But the cool thing about fairies is that they don't need to eat and they don't need to use the bathroom. So there is a trade-off. You don't have to worry about those two things, but you do have to deal with the emotional force one. And I think she has enough fairy dust to do it again. Yep.
Hey.
Regenerating emotional force also builds up her fairy skill. And they can also regenerate emotional force by going in the fairy house, which we now have in the side yard because the footprint of the house has expanded just a little bit. All right, do you have enough to do it again? A third time? No, you don't. Okay, come here. It's 1 in the morning. Time for you to go to sleep. Colette, you have school. Get off the computer, please. And go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, here's some more fairy dust. I'll put that in Ava's inventory. Then she'll just need one more to be able to regenerate the fairy energy. What is that called? Oh. Okay, so Demi is on her way to being a brilliant fairy. She's glimmering right now. Franklin. Hey, Franklin. We need you to take care of... Oh, dear. Okay. Let's wash off fairy dust. We need you to take care of your emotional force. That's what it's called. Emotional force. Young man, I sent you to bed. I could have... No, actually, I didn't. You're the one who sleeps downstairs. Here. I remodeled this bathroom. Isn't it pretty? I like it. Wait, did I remodel or did I build? No, I built that bathroom. That bathroom was not on the house before. This is going to Ava. I'm pretty sure this bathroom wasn't on the house before. But I built it and then I mostly furnished it with stuff from the new bathroom kit. Okay, it's almost 3 in the morning, so you can go to sleep. And you can also go to sleep. Oh, more fairy dust. Let's give that to Demi. Demi, where are you? I've been having problems with Demi. She will get frozen somewhere, and I don't know why it keeps happening to her. I had wanted her to take a bath, but let's have her take a shower and go to sleep. And I also have to do all the lights. This is that daily 3:30 a.m. freeze that they always do. I don't know why. The Sims will lag from like 3:30 to 4:30 a.m. I know who I'm gonna raid when I'm done too. I'm pretty sure they'll still be live. Well, maybe not. They've been live for 2 hours. So we'll see. We'll see when I'm done. I plan to be streaming at least another 30 minutes. Y'all still sitting here staring at me? Stop that. Okay. And Demi's wings are no longer showing. Not for nothing. Life simulation games are difficult to code. I mean, honestly, coding is difficult. If coding was easy, everybody would do it, and everybody cannot do it. All right, finally. It is a Friday, so there is work, there is school. Ava, I think I need to give Ava a makeover because I haven't made her over since I made her over for Pierre. Today is love day. It would be a good day for Demi to find a romantic partner. And it's also Allison's birthday. Put that in your inventory, please. Then you can do whatever you want. And it is Elliot's birthday. Isn't it Elliot's birthday? I believe it is. It is. It's Elliot's birthday. Okay. I think I'm going to let y'all go to school, and then we'll have your birthday party after. We'll invite all the cousins over. I like to make a club for all of the cousins that are in the same generation. So they are Gen 36 Viola. So they have a bunch of cousins who can come over. There's some cousins who I don't even have in the group because I haven't played their households. Every now and then I'll go out and I'll do a family tree search and I'll find some distant cousins and add them to the gameplay just because I think it's fun. Frankly, has a few work options. I am going to have him go to work and have all the students go to school. Okay, so that's going to leave Demi. Oh, Quentin, you're going to work too. That's going to leave Demi and Ava at home by themselves, which would be a great opportunity, actually, for me to. Oh, Ava has an audition. I'm going to make over Ava. I haven't been in cast with her for a little while. I don't have any particular goals for this save, so I'll play the save according to my mood. Sometimes my mood is to go into the various households that I haven't been playing and do makeovers, and I spend all my time doing that. Though that mood doesn't last long because I'm not much of a cast person. What I'm more likely to do is go to the various lots for the different households and renovate their houses because they might have 8 Sims in a 1 bedroom house. And I can't take that. Also, I love building in this game. I love building um almost as much as I love gameplay. Sometimes it swaps. Sometimes I like building more than gameplay, and other times I like gameplay more than building. So those are my two favorite. Okay, so this is her sleepwear in her fairy form. I want to make sure that the two are not linked. So what I change for one will not get changed for the other. And most of the time I keep her in her fairy form. There'll be an ad break starting in about 15 seconds, so please use that opportunity to take a stretch break, and I'll see you after the ads. All right, so we are in Ava's fairy form,
Ah.
and let's give her another outfit. Wait, let's go back here. That looks more like a formal outfit, to be honest.
Hmm.
So maybe not that one. She is an adult.
Ah.
I don't know that I've ever used that outfit. I think that's cute. Though I'm not partial to high waists, but I don't know, just to use an outfit that I've either never used or very rarely use, I'll go ahead and give her that outfit. And I think I'm going to redo her hair too, at least for this outfit. Mm,
Hmm.
give her some cute socks and loafers. We can paint her nails. See, this is around the time that I start losing patience with cats. And I think it's because I have to click so much stuff to find things. I think that's what it is. Where with Build By, it's not, I don't, no, I can't even say it's stuff isn't as nested in Build By. I just like building more than I like fashion. And that, you know what? In real life, fashion is something I tolerate more than enjoy. I'll look for clothes that look flattering on me, but I look for it because I have to. I'm not trying to, I want to look nice when I go out of the house, but I don't enjoy and lose myself in clothes shopping. If I could wear the same two or three things um, all the time, then I would, but what happens is stuff wears out and, you know, I gain weight, I lose weight, I my tastes change, so I decide that something that I might have liked wearing before, I don't like wearing anymore. And then when that happens, then I got to buy new clothes. Well, new to me. I do believe in secondhand shopping. So ThreadUp is one of my new besties. But yeah, just like in real life, I'm not a fashion and makeup and hairstyle girly. I want to look nice, but I don't want to spend a lot of time figuring out how to look nice. For better or worse. That's a
Ah.
whole commentary. That can be a
With
whole commentary in and of itself, you know,
lead.
body image and all that. No, I don't like that color as much. Mm, I like that. I like that. And then I'll give her
Hmm.
some gray loafers of a nice line.
Wingo Zarzuya. Pfefferal Wingo.
And nail polish. I can stick with the gray. Now, building, on the other hand, I can do that for much longer and enjoy it. which probably matches like my interest in web development and coding and yeah. It started, I never really thought about why I like building more than I like fashion, but they match my interest in real life. So it makes perfect sense. Let's get you some earrings. And now what hair? Definitely afro textured. Okay, we can do that one.
Yibs. Fave.
Now, a reminder, this is just her fairy outfit. I had to change her sleep outfit as well. So let's get rid of the accessories. And I'm going to give her a couple of different sleep outfits, just so that I don't have to look at her in the same thing all the time. So there's one. I do a lot of full body outfits just because it's faster. Oops, let's go back. I want this to be a second outfit. I don't want it to replace this one. I want her to have the fancy one.
Ah.
But yeah, that's why I do a lot of full body outfits, because it's just faster. And picking a top and a bottom and yeah. Cold weather. Now that's cute. That was one of the styled outfits. And I haven't used this one in a while.
Ah.
And let's make sure to have some white socks. And you know what? I want to keep the gray beanie. It's different. And then one more cold weather outfit.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, that is so cute. I'm not changing a thing. All right. Now back to her human form. That's the only thing with these occult sims. Two different sets of outfits. Unless you have the two um, forms linked. And I deliberately unlinked them on her because I didn't know if I would want changes to whatever form I wasn't looking at.
Uh-huh. Garnouche.
Yeah, I tend to do a lot of styled outfits for the same reason.
Yep.
Because it's faster. Oh, you need a bonnet. You need a bonnet regardless of what form you are in. Definitely need a bonnet. Okay. So that's your sleepwear and your human form. Now for everyday wear. Oh, you just have that outfit. Okay. Let's see what else we can find. I haven't used any of the elder stuff yet. Um, which is funny because I deliberately bought the elder kit, but I haven't used any of the elder stuff because I feel like it's too stereotypical. But I mean, that's what the kit is about. It was only $5 though. So if I want to do a stereotypical, like if I'm going to do a Karen, for example, in one of my saves, normally my elders remain stylish and active and vibrant throughout their lives. But if I want to do, say, a stereotypical Karen or Chad type sim, then I would use the elder kit for that. Yeah, especially if the sim was an elder. Let's see what's in full body. Um, Full body sets, full body overalls. Oh, that's cute. I think I have something like this on Colette. That's very cute. Oh, I like that color on her. We're going to keep it. And I'll keep the makeup that came with the styled outfit that's in the first slot, too. I've actually been wearing makeup more, like just to go out of the house, not for a special occasion. Because I've found that I've been liking how I look in it. I feel more self confident with it than without it. And I feel like if it makes me feel good about myself and what I see in the mirror, then it's worth doing. Now, up until this point, I've always been the type of woman who's like, I don't like doing makeup. I was actually saying that to a friend of mine last week. I don't like wearing makeup on a regular basis, like the foundation and everything like that, because it takes so much time and so on and so forth. And then all of a sudden, this past week, every time I leave the house, I put on makeup. It's wild to me. Just goes to show how quickly our taste can change. And maybe my taste had been changing and I hadn't been paying attention. But I had noticed that I wasn't enjoying what I saw in the mirror. Um, and when I put one day I put on makeup. I wasn't even leaving the house. I put on makeup just because I wanted to see how I'd look in it. I felt like it. So did it wasn't like a full face beat. Like I don't yet know how to do eyeshadow. And I didn't do eyeshadow. I didn't do mascara or eyeliner, but I did a full face of primer, foundation, eyebrow pencil, and a little bit of lip color, just a touch of lip color. And I liked what I saw in the mirror when I did that. And I felt like I could like step out of the house on a moment's notice and feel self-confident or greet somebody at the door, a neighbor, a delivery person, a friend, and feel self-confident, and I like that feeling. I like just feeling comfortable with how I'm presenting myself. Like, okay, well, if that's the mood, if that's the mood for right now, then I'm going to go with it. So right now I'm into doing at least primer and foundation and eyebrows and lip color on a daily basis. But yeah, like I said, it just goes to show how quickly we can decide something works or doesn't work for us and change it up. Just like I did when it comes to wearing makeup on a regular. That color actually looks good on her. I don't like all the bling though. So let's see what we can change. Maybe give her some regular shades. No, I don't like those either. I think it's the color. I don't find the color doesn't match her clothes is what the problem is. So let's do that. That's nice and neutral. Matches anything.
Hmm.
Rings. We won't do a chain. Mhm. Just fixing something on my other monitor. All right. That works. And make sure that I can still see my chat. It's been an hour. That is so cool. I'll stream for a little while longer. Just a little bit. Okay, I wanted to make sure that those were still working. Sometimes when you're away for a while, I don't know why, but I've seen other streamers have this problem where stuff gets reset or channel points don't work the way they're expecting and stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure that mine was still working. And they are. Okay, so now her human form has two hot weather outfits. And let's do another cold weather outfit. Here, okay. And then there's something else. So there's two of these trench coat type ones. There's this one. Oh, I see the difference. This one has a turtleneck. Okay, let's go with that one. And I guess I can give her some gloves too. Of course, we'll have to take off the fingernails. Okay. All right. Now I can get out of cast. Oh, thank goodness. Here in the States, it is Labor Day, so my partner has tomorrow off from work, and I get to harass them all day. That makes me happy. Oh, I have a plant that I'm watering. Let me take it out of the water. There you go. Pretty sure the big one over here needs water. I developed a love of keeping houseplants from my late mother. I grew up watching her and helping her take care of houseplants. And as a result, I also enjoy having live houseplants. When my mother was sick, she had terminal breast cancer, stage 4 breast cancer. So in October of 2020, or was it 2021? No, 2020. So in October of 2020, we moved her from her apartment in New Jersey to Philadelphia so that she could be closer to my brother and his family who were going to look after her. And I took her houseplants. So I have them, and our apartment is really too small to have this many plants of this size. The ironic thing is, our apartment is about the same size as hers. But we have a lot more stuff because there's two of us, and it was only her in her apartment. And we did not arrange our furniture for large houseplants. A fire, seriously? We did not arrange our apartment for large houseplants. So when my mom moved out of her apartment, I took her houseplants in. So over the course of the past few years, I've been finding spaces to keep them. And I've also acquired a few houseplants of my own. So I've got actually two baby ficus trees. Oh my God, they're the same size now. Get out. Oh, I need to show him that. So I've got a friend who has a large ficus tree. And when I say large, I mean the thing is probably 7 feet tall in a huge pot in he and his partner's apartment. And I really wanted a ficus tree of my own. So he had started, he had propagated a cutting for me. That one died. So then he propagated two and also gave me a grow lamp. So I have them in the windowsill here next to my computer, and they're both thriving. I think it's the grow lamp that makes a difference because we don't get direct sunlight in this apartment. We get in the late afternoon this time of year, we get some. Okay, where's the fire though? What fire? It says she discovered the fire. Was one of you down here cooking or something? What happened? Oh, I forgot about the fireplace. Okay. We'll just replace everything. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but we'll replace that, replace that, replace that. I want you to come here and clean the floor. And at some point I'll need to replace the rug, but I don't feel like going back into CAS right now and doing that. So we're going to throw that away, and then we're going to get rid of this. What's this? And if she got the fear of fire, we'll get rid of that. Like I said, I've been having a bad few days, so I'm not dealing with my Sims also having a bad time.
Oh, Yataboo.
Okay, let's see what else. What else? Is there anything else I need to replace? No. Okay, let's put out the fire.
Yeah.
Yes, she can like gardening. That's fine. Hi, Serena. Oh, enjoy your class. Thank you for the lurk. I hope you have a very, very meaningful class. Oh, weird science, academic punishment. Sounds about right. Oh, you know what? We need a birthday cake. We have two birthdays to celebrate today. Allison and Elliot, I think, is the other one. So even though this may start a fire, because Sims will notoriously start fires when trying to cook with a low cooking skill, we are going to bake a birthday cake anyway. Oh, she's level 2. We might be able to get away with baking a cake without starting a fire. Might. Let's make a matcha tea cake. Where's my water bottle? Found it. So Bert We'll bake the cake now. I said burn the cake. Please, let's not do that. We'll bake the cake now, and then when everyone comes home from school, we'll invite the cousins over for a birthday party. Oh, she's level 3 now. Awesome. Okay. So she is less likely to start a fire. It's still possible, but she's less likely. Now, I just clicked through all of these notifications. Yes. I just didn't want to read all of them. Okay, Franklin got a career performance boost. Then secretly put a Valentine in her crush's cubby and got a fuzzy feeling. Colette made funny cards for Love Day and enjoyed that. Let's add candles, please. Okay, and I did get rid of Ava's fear of fire. And Ava is at an audition. All right. You need to... You've been repairing a lot of stuff around the house, Demi. You are developing quite the handiness skill. What is she now, like level 2? Nope, almost level 2. Now she's level 2 handiness. Okay, Ava's back. Oh, she failed the audition. That's okay, hon. You can always try again on a different audition. So let's look for another open audition. They were asking for a higher fitness skill than you had anyway. Mentor a child. Let's go for this one. Charisma level 7. Ma'am, that wasn't nice.
Saquinario. Blue, Pluzapi, Moochie Peachy.
Regenerate emotional force. Even though your mom took yours, that's okay. Go to the fairy house and regenerate some more emotional force.
Yes.
Yibs, indeed. Alrighty, Ava, you need level 7 charisma, so let's have you come upstairs and work on your charisma skill. And Demi is in here regenerating her emotional force. It's 1:30. So they still have time before the birthday Sims get home. And we'll have to do a makeover. Wisdom wants to come over? Yeah, cuz. Come on over. Love to have you. Don't mind the charcoal smell. We had a little bit of a fire in the fireplace a little while ago. Oh, let's try out some comedy material. She needs to work on her comedy skill anyway. I know she's at the top of the comedy career, but I still like for her to develop the skill more. Have a deep conversation. Oh, he's bored. Really? Let's do some fairy stuff on him. Absorb.
Jabeen Sloth.
Yeah,
Narshkal Canafe.
so let's get rid of his bored emotion.
Huh?
Her emotional force, uh-oh.
Wick Zip Sloth.
Her emotional force is full already.
Oh.
Now he's bored. Okay, he's still bored. Dude, come on. You are so ungrateful. Sway wisdom's emotion. I'm gonna sway it towards confidence. Putting my fairy skills to good use here. Promise to use my power only for good.
Almost. Yipsy.
There, that's better. And she got an ability point. Oh yeah, I wanted to put up Love Day decorations.
Bazi. Inja, Inja. Jombi. Pongi de Fui Nudge.
Put up decorations. Yeah, sure. Classmates can come over. Ah, man. Have her inventory remain with her ghost. All right, it is time to celebrate some birthdays. Let's invite our cousin, the rest of our cousins, over. Not right now. We're having a birthday party. Open. We are all going to, let's see, instantly fly here. Isn't she part of the group? I know the instantly fly here thing is a fairy thing. Here. It helps to raise their fairy level. Okay, now Allison is going to become a fairy. She is a fairy, but she's a child. She is about to come into her full powers as a fairy now that she's aging up to teen.
Hampe Tibanu. Square McQuaz.
Yasinarp Lenard.
Demi is going to go to work soon. Happy birthday, Allison. Hey, babe. Okay, she is... the thing when you have a lot of Sims in a household, you get a lot of pop-ups. Okay, she is creative and hates children. Okay, I can see that. We're going to make her creative, painter extraordinaire, and there is
What is that?
an easel on the back porch that has her name written all over it. Let's add birthday candles, and now it is Elliot's turn. He is going to age up to a young adult. Come here, sir. Come and make a wish. Congratulations on finishing high school. With a shimmer of magic, Allison transformed into a teen fairy. Embrace her newfound wings and discover the wonders of this enchanted world. Allison will now gain fairy experience for fairy-related activities. With enough fairy experience, she will be able to purchase new abilities. Her needs panel has been updated, and she must now maintain adequate emotional force to sustain her life as a fairy. Good luck with that, kid. All right, he is a geek. This is the one who's going to go into gamer, and I'm going to give him back. No, that's not it. I want to give him back the same aspiration he had. Let's see, he's a geek, he's high maintenance, and let's make him romantic. Why not? Um, but the aspiration one, wellness. I want to go back and give him the inner peace one. That's going to be tough because he's high maintenance, but hey, I don't see myself playing him regularly anyway. But I still think it's fun. It's a fun aspiration for him to have, especially considering the fact that he's high maintenance. I find the irony very amusing. Okay, Demi has a birthday tomorrow, so we'll be able to reuse that cake. Let me save. And then I want to make over Allison, because Allison is a fairy now. We're going to give her her wings and her outfits. And this time I'm going to link, since I'm doing her from scratch, I'm going to link her fairy form to her human form. That way I don't have to do two whole sets of outfits. Where are you, Allison? There you are. Hi, let's go into Cass and edit you. And let's see what there is to see. Now, I was going to stop streaming at 1 hour. I was. But I'm having fun, so I'm going to stream a little bit longer.
Widaba Urbea.
All right. The first order of business is to make sure that her forms are linked. And they are. Okay. So we're at her human form. Let's get rid of the makeup. Let's choose a different hair. Her hair is going to be wavy, actually, because her mom has afro-textured hair. Her dad had wavy hair, so we're going to give her wavy hair. Oh, that's cute. So is this. Oh, this looks so cute on her. Oh my God. Oh, I love how this frames her face. Yeah, so we're totally keeping that. Let's give her eyelashes. So we'll get rid of the EA eyelashes. And I really like these. So we'll give her those. She has such a cute little face. Okay. Now, let's see. She is 18. So we want to give her teen appropriate clothing. Oh, that's cute. It's like almost like a little school uniform type thing. Well, this is the kind of thing I would have worn to school just because I liked dressing nice to go to school. I've always been very much a girly person, and I gave up on that for a number of years, just due to low self-esteem and stuff. And I'm trying to embrace that now at this point in my life. So I love doing it with my Sims. But it's difficult for me to find stuff that really pleases the girly side of me. First of all, because of well, no, I was going to say because of my age, but they do have girly looking stuff, like not And when I say girly, I don't necessarily mean like kawaii or Lolita type style. I just mean, you know, frills, that kind of thing. Um, they do have that. I think it's no, it's not because of my age. It's not because of being a grown up. It's because of my size. Because a lot of times they only make those clothes for smaller straight sizes. So like size 12 and down. And I haven't seen size 12 probably since I was in high school. So, as a full figured curvy woman, it's difficult for me to find flattering stuff that really pleases the side of me that likes to be girly. Unfortunately, I would have to take up sewing again, which I really don't have an interest in doing. I used to sew a lot. Another thing that I picked up from my mom was knowing how to sew. It comes in handy now, even though I don't make my clothes a lot like I used to. It comes in handy like if I need to fix a hem or fix a seam, sew on a button, stuff like that. I'm not intimidated by that, and I know my way around a sewing machine. Um, so the skill is definitely not a waste. I'm actually very grateful that that's one of the things that I picked up from my mom. My mom was a very talented woman. She sewed, she knitted. She also taught me how to knit. She taught me how to knit when I was about 6 years old, I think. Um, and no, she didn't teach me how to crochet. My third grade teacher taught me how to crochet. But I'm very grateful to have picked up those skills. I guess back in the day they would call them homemaking type skills, like being able to knit, being able to sew, being able to cook. I mean, cooking is another thing I can do. I just don't prefer to do it. I'm comfortable in a kitchen. I know my way around a kitchen. I can follow a recipe. I'm not intimidated by that. And that's something that I also picked up from my mom. So I've learned a lot of good stuff from her. I'm really grateful for that. And I'm making a point to say it because a lot of times when I talk about my relationship with my mom, it's not all that positive because she had her own issues that she projected onto me. So it made certain aspects of my growing up very unpleasant. But I like to remember the good stuff too. So I don't feel like, my whole childhood was just this painful experience. It wasn't. It wasn't. There was a lot of pain, yes, but there were also good things. And things like learning how to sew and learning how to knit from my mom are things that I look back on with very warm, fuzzy feelings. And when I do those things now, then I remember her in a good way. I know I had mentioned that my mom had stage 4 breast cancer. She actually died in October of 2022. So this October will be 3 years since she died. So it's good when I'm able to have good memories of her. And I don't have, I've actually been at peace with her dying because she was very sick and it was, it's not, she didn't live with me, but I visited her on a regular basis. She ended up in a nursing home for the last year or so of her life, and I visited her on a regular basis, and I know how she liked to live her life. She was very active, not in terms of exercising and stuff, but in terms of going to church on a regular, having friends, going out with her friends, doing her own shopping. She was very independent, very active. And then seeing her those that last year it was difficult, her being in the nursing home, but especially those last few months as she really began to deteriorate and she went on hospice care. That was difficult because I know how she liked to live her life. And I know her intention for the way that she lived her life in terms of how she treated other people and her religious beliefs and stuff like that. And that kind of death was not something that I feel like she deserved. You know, she lived her life. I mean, she was the type of person who she would go to the doctor on a regular basis. She took care of her health. She just unfortunately had this strain of breast cancer. That this was actually her third bout with breast cancer. And she didn't drink, she didn't smoke, but emotionally there was a lot of stuff going on, and I think that led to her illness because our bodies will show what our souls have gone through. So emotionally, there was a lot of stuff that she didn't have the tools to process in healthy ways. And I believe that that led to her having breast cancer. But I was saying that to say that the death that she had, you know, dying that slow death from breast cancer, very few people deserve that. And in spite of the difficulties that she and I had in our relationship, I do not believe that she deserved that kind of death. Not with the kind of intentionality that she brought to her life and taking care of herself, you know. So it was very difficult for me to see her so sick. So her dying was actually a relief because she wasn't going to recover. You know, once she got that sick, she wasn't going to recover. And it was either, oh, that's beautiful in her. It was either she continued to suffer in a cancer ridden body or she die and not have to deal with that anymore. So, since those were the only two choices, then I'm actually grateful that she died when she did because she didn't have to suffer any longer. Let's give her purple tips. No, I want her whole nail covered. I'm being picky. So yeah, I like having the good memories. I like being able to have good memories of my mom. You know, sometimes when you have a difficult parent-child relationship, it can be really tough to have any good memories of that parent. But I'm grateful that I do have good memories of my mom and that I like thinking about them. I like revisiting them. I've gotten to a place of healing in, you know, coming to terms with the things I experienced during my mom's toxic times, where I can look back now on the good times and enjoy those memories without feeling like I'm either in denial about the some of the harm that she did, or without feeling I don't know, feeling like I can't think about the good times. You know how sometimes if you have a really really bad experience with a group of people, even though you had good times with them, you just can't bear to even remember the good times because when you remember the good times, then it brings back the memory of the bad times. You know, I've experienced that with people as well. And I probably went through that at a certain point with my relationship with my mom. But I'm fortunate that I've gotten to a place of healing where now I can think about and remember the good times and actually enjoy them. Let me give her I'm not so sure I like that. Let's try this one. This is from the new Makeup Glam pack. Can we make it a little less? Mm, I think sometimes they do these makeups just so they look gaudy to me. I'll put it that way. Gaudy, and I don't like that. Oh, I'll do nice little brightness with some smoky eye on the outside. That looks cute. And I won't do much more than that because she's a teen. She doesn't need a lot of makeup on. Okay, so that's her formal outfit. And I don't know why they put makeup on athletic outfits. I really don't. Let's go through and just remove the makeup because I know they did it on every single one. And the makeup that they choose is almost never nice looking makeup. It's this weird makeup like this. It looks like sperm in the corner of your eyes. No, she doesn't have any piercings. We're not going to do that. I think we'll leave the hat for now. And eyelashes look that way only because the outfit has rings on it. And the rings don't play nicely with the CC eyelashes that I have.
Hmm.
Okay, where were we? We did our formal athletics. That's where we were. I like those sweatpants. I don't ever use them. So let's change that and we'll use them for her here. You know, it feels weird sometimes talking about my parents in the past tense. So my dad died in 2017. My mom died 5 years later in 2022. And it feels strange talking about my parents in the past tense. But the strangeness mainly comes from just knowing I don't have living parents. It's not one of those things where I wish that they were still alive or I feel like my life is incomplete or I'm incomplete without them. I feel like they served their purpose and I'm grateful for the good things that I was able to inherit from them, the good things that they passed down to me. But I I don't feel weird about them being in the past tense as though something about my life is incomplete without them. I think it's more just it's a reminder of my own mortality,
Ah.
right? Because, you know, with my parents gone, this might sound like a weird way to think about it, but with my parents gone, there's nothing between me and death. And I know that's not how it works, but when I was in fourth grade, I think it was, my great grandmother died. So this was my mother's mother's mother. She died on Mother's Day. And I remember realizing, thinking about the genealogy, so wow, there are only two generations between me and death now. It's just my mother and my grandmother. And so in my head, you know, I started this countdown of, well, I'm safe because there's two generations between me and death. Then my grandmother died, but she didn't die right away. I don't remember what year she died. Um,
Hmm.
let's see, her son died. Her eldest son, my uncle, died, I think, in 2016. So she died either in 2015 or at the beginning of 2016. Um, so then my great grandmother died when I was in fourth grade. I was an adult on my own when my grandmother died. So she died in like 2016. And then that countdown ticked down by one. So I said, oh, there's only one generation of cushion between me and death. And then in 2022, my mom died. And that was the last quote unquote cushion between me and death. Now, like I said, I know that that's not how reality works, because unfortunately, in a lot of cases, parents do bury their kids. So realistically speaking, that's not the way it goes. But that part of me, that
Ah.
uh, fourth grade, what is that, like age 10 or something, age 9, age 10, that 9/10-year-old part of me is still doing that countdown. And then when my mom died, it was like, whoa, mortality is really there because now there's no quote unquote cushion. I guess it's just like a reminder of my own mortality. And just like my parents died at some point, I'm gonna die. And I've always, well, no, not always, but I've been hyper aware of my mortality ever since my father died because his death was unexpected. He had heart disease and he didn't take care of himself. So he died far earlier than he should have by totally preventable
Hmm.
disease, totally preventable heart disease. And well, the heart disease actually, heart disease isn't what killed him. Sepsis is what killed him because he was diabetic and he had a wound that he didn't get taken care of. So he ended up going septic. Yeah. And so that was traumatic for me. And I think that was the point where I got super aware, hyper aware even of mortality, of my own mortality. And I'd gone through that other times before, but my dad dying is what really brought it to a head. Um, it's a relief to feel less panicked about it these days than I used to. And I have my ideas about why it's changed, but it's part of the healing work that I've been doing. Part of the healing work that I've been doing, and it's just a relief to not be looking over my shoulder 24/7 like I was. And sometimes I do still have to bring myself back from the brink of that kind of panic. My late therapist used to say, used to tell me, you do think about death far more than the average person. Yeah, he wasn't concerned about it in the sense of it being like an obsession or it, but I was more aware of it, he noted, than the average person. and, and then when he died suddenly of a heart attack, I remember talking out into the air. I said, Doc, if you can hear me, this shit is exactly why I have always been hyper aware of mortality because people like you just up and leave the planet with no warning. uh, I can laugh about it now. But yeah, that was a long segue. For what reason, I do not understand. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. Fortunately, my Sims are not scheduled to die anytime soon, so I won't be dealing with that. You know what? If I'm going to give her boots, I should give her a short skirt, I think. And I want to use a skirt from this pack simply because I haven't yet. And maybe I'll definitely want to paint her nails. Yes. Do I want to give her tights? Actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I think the tights would like bring the boots and the skirt together. There's going to be an ad break in about 45 seconds. So if you need to, make sure you get up and stretch, look away from your computer screen, give your eyes a bit of a break, and we'll see you back after the ads. Oh, these colors are not matching. Not the way I want them to.
Hmm.
I don't want to do white. That's a little too dark. Oh, you are not helping. No, I do not like that. Hate it with a passion. You know what? I might just go with the dark blue. And maybe let's try a lighter blouse. Yes, like that. Let's see, do we want to do white? I'm trying to learn the color wheel. Um, and really pay attention to what colors complement each other. It's something I've never much paid attention to, but as I'm working on my own sense of personal style, figuring out what what personal style not just doesn't just look good on me, but feels good. I'm paying attention to stuff like colors now. And I need to see, why are there glasses? I'll get to that. Whatever outfit that is in her fairy form has glasses, and I want to get rid of it. Here, let's do this. She curled her hair up a bit. She didn't put in the extensions like she did for her formal wear. Oh, my back is tired. It's almost time for me to end stream. I'm going to stream for like another 15 minutes, and then we're going to raid out. I had not intended to stream for 2 full hours, but I'm glad that I did. And I hope I didn't freak you out too much with my talk about death and stuff. Wasn't being morbid, just sharing my own personal philosophy on things. Oh, she's cute. I like that. And do I want to give her another party outfit? No, not now. I'm getting tired of being in Cass. So let me just go ahead and find some outfits for her. Let's do some full body stuff. Actually, this dress is cute. I don't want to, and the hat also looks cute with it. So let's get some sandals that look good with this, like these sandals. Let's paint our nails because we're going to carry that over into her other. No, I want some bright yellow nails. She doesn't need to do muted colors. No, I don't want muted colors. What about this? Okay, they don't have like a bright gold. And we'll do her toenails as well. See, they have them on the toes, but not on the fingers. I don't know why. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to... No. No. I think that looks a little too old on her. I mean, it's something I would have worn, but when I was a teen, I dressed far older than my years. So, there's that. This looks cute on her, though. And I think there's a hat. Yeah, this one. That's more like a countrified hat. How about this one? Oh, I like that one. Okay. All right, and let's get her a necklace. Yeah, that'll work. And then cold weather. Oh, why is that so cute? Why is that so cute? She is definitely keeping that. With the pink Uggs. and some pink socks. And let me get her another full body outfit. Full body outfits are so much easier. I swear. I love them for that reason.
Ah.
Where do I want to go with this or this? I'd like I like something that matched her boots better, to be quite honest. This. Oh, that works. And we'll give her some white tights to extend the line from the long shirt down into her boots. She looks like a proper teenage girl. I forgot to do her fingernails. I did. Pink and white. Works for me. And one more. But I want it to be outerwear. Oh, those are robes. Outerwear. Oh, I should give her a costume. Well, I'd have to give all of them costumes. Let's do this one.
Hmm.
Gloves. We desperately need some more glove swatches. Let's see what my CC glove swatches look like. Yeah, that's better. That's much better. And a hat. Yeah. Okay, now let's go to her fairy form. I want to give her wings. We'll check out her wing. Oh, this is where she has the glasses. Okay, let's get rid of the glasses. We don't want those. And let's get rid of the rings because they clash with her eyelashes. And let's look at wings. I do like the color. Oh, those are cute. They're wispy. I don't really like the jagged edges though. Let's see what else we have. I think this is what, is that what she had before? I'm not sure. Oh, I like those. I know I can change the colors. I know.
Ah.
Yes, thank you. Okay, those are the wings. All right, so we have made her over. Thank goodness. And let's see, we are an hour and 53 minutes in. You know what? I have not put my socials in the chat, not one time. So I'm going to go ahead and put my socials in the chat. We're going to do a little bit more gameplay, maybe for a few minutes, and then we're going to raid out. So my socials are in the chat. You can learn more about me on my personal website, wthelotus.net, which I have recently moved to a new web host. So if you go on that website and there are links that aren't working, please, please, please pop me a note from the contact form. I've gone through as much as I could and checked all of my links and all of my pages, made sure that everything loads. But, you know, I'm just one person, so I could have missed something. So if you go on my website and you see that there's some links that are broken and stuff, pop me a note in the contact form and let me know, please. Thank you so much. You can join the Discord, which is actually the best way to know when I go live, because sometimes not Discord, sometimes Twitch can be iffy about sending out notifications, so definitely join the Discord. It's kind of quiet there, but you are more than welcome to come and lurk and or post. And I also post my photography automatically. I share it to my Discord when I post it on my blog. So that's also another good reason to join the Discord. I am really, really active on Blue Sky. That's actually the social media where I'm most active. So I'm wthelotus there. Check me out there. I love the Sims community over there. All of my favorite simmers are on Blue Sky, and then I've met a whole bunch of other simmers who have become my favorites from the interactions I've had with them over on Blue Sky. I have a YouTube channel also. I don't regularly post content there, but I like to post my VODs there since they're only available on Twitch for 2 weeks. My photography goes to Tumblr, and then my other channel, which I use for photo editing, is Wanda the Lotus. I don't stream there very often, but if you're interested in photo editing and the process that I go through to edit my photos, then definitely check out that other channel. Turn notifications on, and when I go live there to edit photos, you'll be able to catch me over there. Okay, I am tired. I have been talking for almost 2 hours straight. I'm tired. So I am going to, I already shared my socials with you. So let me put the raid message in the chat. Here at Lotus Land, it doesn't matter whether you are a viewer, a follower, which I hope you are a follower, or a subscriber. We are all one big happy family. And what that means is that when we go into someone else's community in a raid, we all use the same raid message. So please copy the raid message that I just put in the chat. We are going to head over to Krid Games. She is a simmer. Right now it looks like she is building something. And I want to go over there. Games, make sure I spell her name correctly. I'm going to start the raid, and we're going to head over there in just a couple of seconds. Thank you very much for hanging out while I streamed. It was great to be back. It was great to hang out with you and chat with you. I hope I didn't freak you out too much talking about some of my personal stuff. But yeah, that's what we do here. So I will catch you next time. Hopefully it won't be a long time. And you take care. See you in the next one. Bye.